Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel where I will be crocheting it forward in this video by showing you how to make this girl's boho granny top. And as you can see, it looks really harder than what it was. I found these projects as I've been going through some stuff, and my granddaughter's birthdays are back to back. My first granddaughter, her birthday was January 14th. We're having her party this weekend. And then my youngest granddaughter is born exactly 30 days later on Valentine's Day, February 14th, hence her name Camry Ahmad, which I thought is cute. So I have time to get her stuff done, but I just wanted to share this because it came out really good and really cute. And I'm not going to share how to do a granny square. However, if you don't know how to do a granny square, I will put a link in the description and information box below this video, and you can click on that. But basically what it is just two granny squares, right? And you just put them at an angle with a point forward, and you add the arms, sleeves, shoulders portion right here, and then you sew this up, and then you finish with a single crochet row up around the collar. Of course, you leave these armholes open, and then you just after you sew here, you come down here and do a single crochet. Now I'm pretty sure I'm going to put some other stuff. I got some little tassels that I want to put here that I also found, but I'm not sure yet how I'm going to finish it up. But it did turn out so cute. The first thing I wanted to cover is the yarn. Now, I got this 3 years ago, and it's Ice Yarns. And if you've never shopped from them, their website is www.ice-yarns.com, and I will also put that in the description box. Let's see, when I ordered it, it was called Primadoonna Rainbow, but the tag right here says Victoria, and it's kind of ripped off there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. They didn't say anything on the my order form that it was a Victoria, so I'm not sure where that came from. It is a number 3 light yarn, and it does use between a 4 and 5 millimeter hook. I used a 4.5 to get this. It is 55% cotton. Let me see if you can see this. 40% acrylic and 5% polyamide. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And it's made in Turkey. So yeah, it's really cute. I think maybe Red Heart Yarns might have a boutique or something. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure. Unforgettable or something like that. It seemed like I've seen something like that that's very similar to this. Now, for this size, which is size 4, it fits 4 to 5 year old girls, I did 2 squares and I did 18 rounds. So I counted from here and did 18, okay? And then from the shoulders, starting from the middle, whichever point you're going to decide. Now you can do this in a solid color if you want. I came in 9 clusters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then started with my chain 3, turned my work, and then did my clusters. And the one thing to remember, and I will show you this when I'm working on the other one, is if you're starting with the chain 3 and then going into your next space to do your 3 double crochet cluster, you want to always end opposite of your chain 3. So then you would chain 3 right here, do your clusters, and then end with a 3 double crochet cluster. And again, we'll go over that. But this was so simple and so cute to make. I just had to do a quick video and share this with you. So let's get this out the way. Again, I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. Not sure if you can see that. You'll need some scissors, probably a stitch marker, definitely a sewing needle. Okay, and as always, I always suggest that you watch the whole video, take some notes before you dive into this. So for this one, which is going to be for a size 6 and 7 girls, I did 2 20 round squares of a granny. So count from the middle all the way out here, and I did 2 of those. And then coming in from the center, I did where's my notes say? I did 10 after the 10th cluster. So you start right here, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and then I did my chain 3, turned to my work, and then did that. So that's where I want to start the video, to start you guys on this, because I think that might be the most confusing part. Again, if you don't know how to do a granny square, please look at the information box, and I will have a link to my video there. So the first thing we're going to do is get our slip knot, and then we are going to chain 3. Well, we're going to do a double crochet. Now you can chain 3 or do this little airborne double crochet like I do, and then we're going to turn our work. I've already done one side, so I just wanted to show you this side. I've also marked where I'm going to stop. So immediately I go into my next space, and I don't chain 1 or chain 2 in between my grannies. I just don't. If you're more comfortable doing that yourself, go for it. It's not going to affect the pattern. It may slightly affect the dimensions, not sure, but you can try that. And then you just go into your 3 double crochet clusters. And again, this is so easy. You could probably make this with any size yarn. You would just have to get your gauge, see how many stitches are in an inch, and then go from your measurements. I am working on an adult version of this, so that can be ready in the next couple weeks. If you're interested in the adult version, please subscribe so you can be notified. And I just, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys how to end and start rows for the collar, for the shoulders, around the collar, and the sleeves. I guess it's all kind of the same area. Okay, so we're coming to the center here, and I always suggest to start on the outsides and work your way into the middle. That way you can end with a 3 double crochets, because I think it just looks so much neater. It really, really does, as opposed to the chain 3 or the 1 double crochet. So I'm at my center, and I'm going to go ahead and do my 3 double crochets. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 3. Again, I started with my 1 double crochet or the chain 3, and I'm ending with 3 double crochets. So the next row I'm going to do the opposite of that. I'm going to chain 3, turn my work, and this is just a repeat of these 2 rows. And I'm going to make 3 double crochets, just complete my clusters all the way down the row. The funny thing is that the first one I finished, I made for my oldest granddaughter, and I must be in serious denial because she is growing so fast. It barely fit her, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to do another one, bigger one for her. So it didn't go to waste, because my youngest granddaughter, she's very petite for her age. She's turning 5 next month on Valentine's Day, and it fit her perfect. So yes, she was excited. I had her model them, even though she knows what I'm making. She hasn't seen the final project, so I think she'll still be surprised. So we're continuing on and making our 3 double crochet clusters. I just want to show you the end of this row, and then I'll let you guys complete this, pause the video, and I just right here in between your 3 double crochets or your double crochet, however you did that, you will end this row with a cluster. And then we're just repeating this row. We're going to chain 3, turn our work, and then go right into our granny pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and when we come back I'll show you how I sew it together, and we'll finish up with the single crochet row all the way around. Okay everyone, I'm back. I forgot to tell you, you will have to do a total of 26 rows for the arms, or for the shoulders. So once you get that done, and then also I reviewed the video, and I just wanted to clarify what I meant by repeating 2 rows. What you're going to do is you're either going to start with a cluster or you're going to start with a chain 3. If you start a row with the chain 3, you're going to end with the cluster, and if you start a row with the cluster, you're going to end the row with the chain 3. So that's what I meant, and that's the repeat of the 2 rows. So I'm sorry if I confused everybody. Go ahead and get your squares, and now we're just going to get our other square, and we're going to sew these up, and I will get my needle and I will be right back. Okay guys, so we're back. I have my needle. You'll have to decide which side of your squares you want, the front, the back, and so forth. So what you want to do is place your single square on top of your squares, your square with the shoulders on it, and then we're just going to match up our clusters, and then we're just going to sew together from here to here. We're going to fasten off, and then we're going to sew from here to here and fasten off. You can use whatever stitch you want. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I like to count the cluster that I'm going into, and that's probably going to be this one and this one. Go ahead and get my thread on here. You can do this however way you're comfortable with. This is how I do it. You can also decide which sewing stitch you're going to use. You can use the whip stitch, the mattress stitch, flat stitch, straight stitch, sewing stitch, whatever you're comfortable with. So now that I've matched my first 2 clusters, I'm just going to use the top of the 3 stitches here. You see there's 1 2 3, 1 2 3 over here, and I'm just going to go in and out one way. With that tail. Okay, so we're going to go in that side, go in both loops on the other side, and we're just going back and forth, making sure that I'm not getting out of sequence with my clusters. We want those to match so that they'll be even. Oh, that tail keeps getting in the way. So then I just move my fingers here, my index and my thumb, and I just put them right into the next cluster. And just go back and forth. Matching those stitches. Now, if you did not crochet a stitch, a chain in between your clusters, you won't have a cluster there, or you won't have a stitch to sew through. So you're just going to go right into the top of your 3 double crochets. And you just go back and forth until you get here. I will go ahead and match these. With you, or together, just like that. Nothing big. Make sure not to make them so tight either. 3 4, because you don't want it all snagged up. It's not going to look cute. It's kind of hard to do this lifted. I'm trying to see if you can get this, if I can get this in the camera. So go ahead and finish. I will finish this and I will meet you at the end of the row. Oops. Okay guys, I just finished my first side. So I'm just going to make a knot here. Maybe another one. And then I'm going to leave a long enough tail so I can sew in later. Okay, so that's my first shoulder done. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab my other shoulder, and I'm going to also start from the furthest end, and just do the same thing. So go ahead and match up your clusters, pause the video, and do your your sewing stitch all the way here, and then I will meet you back. We'll do I'll tell you how to do a even single crochet around the collar, as well as around the arms and all around the shirt. Super duper easy. So I'll meet you back. Okay guys, so I've sewn up the other shoulder part, and then I've also sewn up the sides. Remember, we don't want to sew in these sleeves here. We just want to sew this part to the points. Oops, got that sticking out. And then leave all this open. So at this point you want to just turn it inside out. So this is going to be the front, and that'll be the back that has the sewn part. Little odds and ends here. So the next thing we want to do is I'm just going to show you how to evenly space your single crochets for the rest of the project. And I'll just start here with the collar. So go ahead and grab your yarn and get it on your hook with the slip knot. Okay, and I like to start from the back. And basically what we're trying to do is put 2 single crochets in each double crochet as evenly as possible. So we're going to attach, and then I like to go, I don't know if you can see this, but I like to go in between the fibers of the yarn if I can't get into the 2 loops. But you have to get through enough yarn so there's not going to be like a big gap. Okay, so that's 2 for that one. 1, 2 for this one, and the chain 3s are the really challenging ones because this yarn is so small. I'm not used to working with this small of a yarn or this small of a hook. And then you'll kind of get the feel for it because you'll be putting in these 2 single crochets in the same spots, or at least try to. But as long as you're spacing them out as evenly as you can, you should not go wrong. Let me just do a couple here, a couple more so you can see what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 1, 2. I just want to show you how evenly spaced that is. So you want to do this all the way around. Okay, you'll probably want to make 2 single crochets here, and then pick up right here, go all the way around back to where you joined, fasten off, and then do the same thing for your sleeves, your armholes, and then again for the bottom. And then I will meet you back with the finished project. Okay everyone, I am back and I have did finish my single crochet row, and I went on ahead and did the arms as well as the bottom of the top. And just to show you, I just did a single crochet at the top of each of my double crochets here, and in this corner I did do 4 single crochets. I only did 3 on the smaller one, and I see how it's kind of curling a little bit. I kind of wish I would have added maybe another one on that one. But that completes our granny top, boho top. Again, this is for a size 7-8, and I just wanted to show you these tassels I'm thinking about putting on here. Maybe one right there. I don't know. I'm still not sure how I'm going to do it, but I got these from Michael's, and they're called Boho Market. It's 20 pieces. The brand is Bead Landing, and they're called tassels. And then in Spanish and probably French, I'm thinking the other one. But yeah, so that's it. That's how easy everything is. And I just wanted to share, I got a delivery from my ice order today, and they did, I don't know if they're doing a promotional thing, but they sent me this nice little tote, which I've never gotten before. Like I said, I've been ordering from them for 3 years, on and off, which is really cute, as well as this little coaster. So, you know, if you get around to ordering something, the shipping is steep. However, the price of the yarn is ridiculously cheap. Like I said, they do deliver it within 5 business days. I've only had maybe 1 or 2 bad experiences with them as far as the delivery goes, but I have probably about 15 orders in the last 3 years. But I am very satisfied with their yarns. I've never had any problems with their yarns. So, yep, that's it. Let me give you a sneak preview. Now, again, these are, this one is a 4-5. The measurements are going to be in the information box, which is a little bit smaller, and then that one turned out 7-8. And for my next video, I took my easy mile a minute pattern and made this really cute little winter vest, and then put a little tassel there. Again, this one was for my oldest granddaughter, Primadoonna, but it didn't fit her, so it's going to Camry. So good save there. So if you want to be notified when this gets uploaded, hopefully in the next couple days, don't forget to press subscribe. I apologize for any confusion. I apologize for the moving around with the camera. I did manage to maneuver it to be a little bit higher so you can see more of what I'm doing. I had a comment that I was recording too close. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully the lighting is. I'm hoping to upgrade as much as I can this year, and I appreciate everybody's comments. Please share, like, and don't forget to subscribe and then comment. I would love to hear from you. And together, let's continue to crochet it forward. Bye now.